it, you got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Monday, July 21st. Good morning, Rico.
Good morning.
And good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. We got a bunch of great shows lined up for you this weekend, plus huge tickets that you want to win. Ask me about them, Rico.
What are they? All
right. Well, one of the big shows that are coming to town, in Tempe, it's close enough of a road trip to the arena. We got the one, the only Ice 9 Kills.
Oh.
We'll be giving away tickets for them a little bit later on, but that's not all. Ask me another question, Rico.
Yeah, what else?
That's a good question. We also have probably part of the Mount Rushmore medal, Pantera tickets up for grabs today and all week long as well. So that's your listener bait to kick in. I hope you guys are ready for that. We'll play some games or make it easy. You don't even know. Just ride with us. And when I shout out the phone number, that'll be the time to call in and try to score those tickets for yourself. So I'm very excited about that. One thing I'm not excited about is the Coldplay Kiss Cam. I think we're over it.
We got fatigue already.
I mean, how can you not? Did you go to your social media?
I know.
Every sports team and every scenario, even the Offspring had some fun with this, where they emulated the Coldplay Kiss Cam. And the Coldplay Kiss Cam, if you just woke up from a coma, it's last week there was a Kiss Cam at a Coldplay concert, which is an odd thing for bands to do in general. You know what I mean? That's usually reserved for sports teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I do a Kiss Cam every time I host a Roadrunners game. So the CEO got caught cheating on his wife. And basically outed himself with his reaction being on the Kiss Cam. And we all know who he is now. In fact, actually, when we look back at the year 2025, that week will be dominated by the Coldplay Kiss Cam. That's what it's going to be called. Andy Byron is the name of the CEO of a billion-dollar tech company that specializes in AI.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that was caught. Now, the internet at the beginning of their sleuthing, they had it way off, dude. I mean, initially, there was one picture of this beautiful brunette woman who was like 28 years old, 3 boys by her side, and there was a couple pictures of her being like, imagine, being with your mistress at a Coldplay concert when you have this at home. All right. And you would think, you're like, oh, yeah, actually, that looked pretty nice. I mean, I would not be cheating with a mistress at a Coldplay concert with that at home. Well, I mean, no one knows who the hell that is. That could have been AI in general, but the real wife is more age appropriate and that was not Andy Byron's wife. Of many pictures that went around at first. We found her.
What you did point out was pretty interesting because the woman he cheated with was age appropriate as well.
100%.
So props to that guy, I guess.
Look, and even with this wife, I mean, obviously infidelity sucks.
Right.
The communication of relationship is ideal. They had a long, marriage. So from what I know, from my own internet sleuthing and assumptions, like they're married for a couple decades. They got 2 grown ass sons. And she's an attractive woman in her own right, but he's a very successful man, good looking guy, and he's been with the same woman for like 30 years, and maybe they just drifted apart, is what I'm assuming, right?
I'm assuming that she talks smack about Coldplay.
Yeah, maybe he's just like, if you're not going to be down with my favorite band, then I'm going to bone the head of my HR because she loves Coldplay.
Loves them.
Yeah, and this is where we would insert any kind of like Coldplay song reference titles, but we don't know any. But anyways, back to the point, right? So after full-blown doxing and everything, the entire world thought it was hilarious to recreate the awkward kiss cam everywhere. Even Bones from our Tucson Sugar Skulls had some fun on it. And, so they did it. Every single sports team that played this weekend did the Coldplay Kiss Cam.
It was expected.
Oh, yes. In fact, actually, I have a whole slew of things here. Let's see. I was just checking a message real quick. I got a clip of all these different Coldplay Kiss Cams here. Let's see.
There's even international ones too. I think Argentina did something.
Everyone's in on it.
Everyone.
Okay, so if you're this guy, right, and your personal life and your professional life is all went to hell because you got outed by Chris Martin and goddamn Coldplay, are you furious? Is this the beginning of your villain arc?
Am I gonna? Well, yeah. I think the guy already probably had his several meltdowns.
Right.
You know, I personally, I don't know.
Yes
if it's
or no?
one thing, no.
Okay.
I would probably just cry.
Yeah. I mean, and the HR woman in question, she was already divorced, I believe. So Andy, he lost his job. He resigned, actually. So that's been the fallout from that. He officially resigned from his company, Astronomer, and hasn't made a statement about this whole mess. Nor should he, honestly. Here's what Philadelphia.
Oh, look at these people. All right, come on. You okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
All right, so that was their recreation. There's everybody doing a hair bro. Out when you're on Kiss Cam. I thought these guys did it best for the Coldplay Cam. All right, this is at a soccer game. So, yeah, and it goes on and on.
Yeah.
It just nonstop.
Everybody's having fun with it.
Yes. Luke Bryan, Morgan Wallen, he performed 2 shows at the stadium up in Phoenix. They did it both nights. And, ironic because, Morgan Wallen probably get caught on his own Coldplay Kiss Cam for sure. So but the thing is, we did it. It's done.
It's done.
Wrap a bow on it. Let's move forward. But I don't know if that will be the case. We'll see.
Memes used to be like a week, a month long. Now it's like 2 days. And we're like, all right, enough.
Right. Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah. The whole world's in on
it.
this joke. Now, what's happening is Coldplay is actually warning the audience before they do the Kiss Cam before every show. So they had a show on Saturday night in Wisconsin, and he just like, okay, this is a quote. We'd like to say hello to some of you in the crowd. How we're going to do this is we're going to use our cameras and put some of you on the screen. So please, if you haven't done your makeup, do it now. I hate Chris Martin. All right, let's get our shows going. We got your Morning Marn coming up after music from Linkin Park 2.0, kicking things off with the Smashing Pumpkins. Don't forget, you have 2 different opportunities to win this. All right, we're back here live, about to get on, do a little tease, but I have Rico looking into that. Sleuthing right now, Liz, because he saw that too, but I want to see if that's legit. She said the low-level worker who bought the Coldplay tickets was fired for them getting caught, and they're suing for wrongful termination. I want to see if that's legitimate, because there has been a lot of, fake news to say that came out of this, and speculation, and, outing the wrong people, the whole nine. But you're not wrong about everyone jumping on the trend. I'm going to show you some of the trends.
It says it's fake.
Yeah, that is fake. That's what I thought.
Quickly caught the attention of netizens.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're live on the podcast broadcast, and I'm glad that you were able to find that out, because we had one of our streamers. We were talking about the Coldplay Kiss Cam, which everybody jumped on that bandwagon this weekend, officially calling that joke dead. I mean, honestly, you can't do it on a Tuesday now. It's done. You beat it to death. Have you not?
Yeah.
Yeah, so try not to go out there and emulate the Coldplay Kiss Cam, and just know that we're probably going to end up doing it on open game for the Roadrunners. But Liz said, and with all this sleuthing and speculation coming out, there's a lot of fake news, so to speak, and she got duped just like Rico. He saw a low-level worker who bought the Coldplay tickets was fired for them getting caught and suing for wrongful termination. That's not true. Andy Byron, the CEO, did resign. That is true, because he got caught in that whole scenario. And then there was pictures of his wife that looked smoking hot. That was not true. Now, the pictures of the age-appropriate wife is still an attractive lady.
Yeah.
But, you get to be like, hey, I've been married for 30 years, have a couple kids. That picture.
It's like the post that went out with Sydney Sweeney. You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Time out.
You're going to cheat on HR with that? And no, you're not.
Come on.
And in a lot of situations, yes, you will as well. But we're going to go down the rabbit hole and show a couple viral clips, because everybody jumped on that bandwagon. You can watch along on the YouTube stream, youtube.com/beefvegan, or on Instagram. But we'll be back with a West Virginia love triangle that I want to talk about right after new music from Mammoth. Here's The End on Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right, so let's share this real quick. A couple things. One, I mentioned Offspring. This was Offspring's attempt at the Kiss Cam. They actually nailed it. I thought it was pretty nice. So they did the same thing, and they were filming the guys basically getting a laugh about it. You know, it's great that everyone reacted like that, but I mean, how could you not see that coming,
I
right?
know.
You know, and they were probably even thinking that it was going to be like a Dexter and what's his name?
Like
Needles.
recreating it, yeah.
Dexter and Needles recreating it is something I thought was going to be the case.
Like,
but-
how cheeky.
right.
Oh,
All right, so that just one, but again, it just kept going. It kept going. So here's Sports Center. They had fun with it, and they couldn't help themselves. Right. Let's see. I have a whole bunch here. Let's see. Morgan Wallen did this. This was up in Phoenix.
With their side chick or whatever. I think you're safe here.
Thank.
I don't condone cheating anymore.
Right. Anymore. Has been a relationship that I haven't cheated on my significant other.
if he actually wrote a country song with, talking about cheating at a Coldplay concert, that would have been good.
I'm sure it's coming. There was a couple cool takeaways from Morgan Wallen, even though I'm not a fan, but he had that massive show up in Phoenix 2 nights at the stadium. The first night he had Randy Johnson walk him out. Right.
Whoa.
Yeah. He was calling the Arizona heavy hitters. Okay. If you're going to get an Arizona celebrity, who are you going to get?
The big unit.
Yeah. Big unit
That's
was
who.
one. And then he came out in the encore in a Randy Johnson jersey, which, still rips. All right. And then night 2, you had to up it. How are you going to up it with an Arizona celebrity at a country concert?
The Phoenix Gorilla?
Nope.
The Suns Gorilla? Who?
Nope.
Who?
David Spade is Joe Dirt.
Whoa.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Good
Full
move.
blown with the mullet and everything. David Spade, of course, born and raised in Arizona.
Dirt.
Still spends a lot of time out in Arizona and then came in for that. And
Nice.
as Joe Dirt, he's even doing the dirtisms, if you will. And that's perfect at the Morgan Wallen concert.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
they got the same hairdo.
Yeehaw.
All right. See some other clips here before I get into that West Virginia love triangle, which is a fun story. This one was at a soccer game. They did pretty good. Basically, they called this the Coldplay Cam, meaning everybody needed to react just like the CEO and his mistress did. Look at this.
Everybody cheating.
Yeah, I'll mute it so we don't have to listen to Coldplay. There you go. Good acting, though.
Right?
2 dudes. That's funny.
Bro.
Yeah.
I saw one of
Even the DJ did it.
a picture of the Sparky, the Sun Devil with Wilbur, the cat.
Yes.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're just going through the viral video clips of everyone doing the Coldplay Cam over the weekend. And Rico was saying he saw one of Sparky and Wilbur, which, that's hilarious. And because that's an affair. I've seen them interact behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And they don't hate each other as much as they like to allude, right? So that is a salacious bit of information. And even Bones from the Tucson Sugar Skulls, they went a little locally viral.
Who would
recreating.
Dusty go with? From the Roadrunners?
Dusty.
Somebody from Utah?
Yeah, no, you would think, it would have been not Baxter, because Baxter's with the Dimebacks, but it would have been the mascot for the Space on the Coyotes.
Okay, yeah.
I'm forgetting the name now. I mean, now they're
They're
Utah.
together.
Yeah.
What the hell?
And be like, yeah, absolutely. Who do you think's the top in that scenario? Dusty was the bottom, but now I'm proud to report that Dusty is the top.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's talk about this West Virginia love triangle here. This is a crazy story that would be straight out of Jerry Springer. There's mugshots involved too. Here's the headline, just straight up. A West Virginia love triangle involves brass knuckles, pink camouflage handgun, and a pregnant woman. Ends with 3 arrested.
Okay.
Yes, it escalates very quickly here in West Virginia. So basically what happened here, 3 people were arrested after a pregnant woman reported that she was threatened during an argument over a man. All right. So 2 women, Clarissa and Maggie, and the man Chaz. Chaz is the pimp in this scenario here, if you want to call him that. Look how cocky and confident Chaz is that all the women in West Virginia love him. Right. So there's Chaz.
Show me a guy that doesn't give a F.
Yeah.
That's him right there.
He's
F
like,
boy supreme.
He's like, yeah. I just F. So basically, what happened, it's alleged, they allegedly held this pregnant woman in her home. I'm assuming it's a trailer home in Moundsville, West Virginia. They reportedly wore brass knuckles with a blade.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty hardcore.
Timu, baby.
Yeah, and one woman had a pink camouflage 9mm gun loaded with 3 rounds, which is terrifying that you only need 3 rounds. And this is how broke they are in West Virginia as well. You're going to come fully armed, but she's like, I better get you in the first 3 shots. All right. That's when the woman pointed the firearm, and the trio would not let the woman leave or call police, warning they'd shoot her. And then she revealed that she was pregnant. And that's when the plot thickened. All right. Now, they all paused when she gave that news because they had to congratulate her. But they still refused to let her go until she took a pregnancy test. Be like, bitch, we're going to kill you. And she's like, but I'm pregnant, y'all. It's like, oh, you
prove it.
Well, we don't believe in abortion, so I guess you will lie. Well, you got to take a pregnancy test so that way we don't inadvertently abort. We're going to kill you.
Sounds like a
but
Coen
we
Brothers
don't
movie.
want to abort a baby because we believe in Jesus, right?
Right.
So this is the scenario in West Virginia. I mean, that's the hypothetical fork in the road where they had to make a decision, right? Were they going to be hypocrites and just murder an innocent baby or just murder an innocent woman, right? They didn't want to murder an innocent. Yeah.
It's a pickle.
Yeah. So they got the pregnancy test and they made her take it. She took it and she was indeed pregnant. All right. Now they were in the conundrum.
She's like, I got to pee. Like, we can't watch Billy Bob. We got to look away.
Yeah.
Let the lady pee.
Well, Chaz is his name.
Chaz.
But anyways, yeah. So now they were all arrested right after that because they decided, again, to do the right thing. And the right thing in this scenario is not to create an abortion. Now, the murder, they're just going to have to come back after she gives the birth.
Right.
You know, but I don't know if they'll be able to do that because now they're facing charges, including endangerment and conspiracy. And Chaz faces multiple charges, including robbery. So it's just West Virginia love story, y'all. Yeah, I got more mugshots of the women involved in the scenario who weren't pregnant. Like this one, this keeper. And this one. All right, this one.
Right.
Not bad.
That's a West Virginia 10 right there.
There it is.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Be back after music from the Beastie Boys and Green Day and Rock 102.1 KFMA.
I'm like, all right.
Yeah, but it's so funny that they're like, we're going to murder you, bitch. And she's like, I'm pregnant. Oh, no.
Man.
But we can't kill a baby, y'all. That's just
Checkmate.
yeah, checkmate.
All right.
All right, so there you go. All right, that was our West Virginia love story as we get ready for our next segment. And good morning, David. Good to see you on the stream. And everybody commenting along. If you're sleuthing and you've never commented along, make sure you drop a comment. We'll shout you out as well. Earlier this morning, we covered this. In case you missed it, it went a little something like this. Presents That Is Heavy Was a Crown by Lincoln Park 2.17 and time for your morning moron. Let's do it. All right. You know, Rico, you're a bouncer at a bar. What's liquid do you think is usually the main contributor to some dude getting aggro and wanting to start a fight?
Probably whiskey.
Yeah, whiskey. Whiskey has a bad rap, you know, that is fuel for fighting. Blame the Irish on that one. Well, there's a new liquid to add to that list. Tabasco sauce.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. A man in Nevada has been arrested after police say that he was seen chugging a bottle of Tabasco, right? And then challenging random people to fight him in the parking lot of a sporting goods store. Now, if you watch somebody slam an entire bottle of Tabasco and then say, go ahead and punch me, bro, yeah, run away. This guy he's on one. And you're not beating Tabasco guy. In fact, if he just even like wrestles you a little bit, grapples you, gets you down to the ground and breathes in your face, you know, it's like mace coming out of his mouth. This guy's got weapons everywhere.
Damn.
Yeah, this happened last Monday, and the Tabasco fan was a 48-year-old named Michael Smith, and now it's unclear what his deal was, you know, but he was also shirtless, as one would be, so he wouldn't stain his shirt with Tabasco sauce. And when police showed up, he called them some choice words and threatened them with a knife. Oh, that's where things escalated in the wrong direction for Michael. He was charged with assault with a deadly weapon and possession of drug paraphernalia. Now, there was no drugs on him. He just, they were looking at that Tabasco sauce and be like, if he got you high, we might as well charge you with it. The bottle of hot sauce was disposed of as well. I wonder if it was like, what size bottle, And
Good question.
It was green. I mean, the green one, I feel like
a little more mellow.
It's so mellow.
Yeah.
You would have to go with kind of expired red.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't know this, but Tabasco does have a shelf life. You can't just keep it forever. I look for this kind of like bright red color of Tabasco, but when you go to different like breakfast places and you see it and it's kind of brownish,
It's like dried blood color.
Yeah.
Like,
stay away. That means it's been sitting out too long, and so it's constantly kind of evolving or maturing, if you will, like a wine. And there's a peak thing. And now I'm just talking about
Tabasco cellar.
Yeah.
It's a good year. It's a good year.
Look, I love me some Tabasco. If Michael Smith was like, hey, fight me over this bottle of Tabasco, then we would throw down.
Yeah.
But if he drank the whole thing, be like, hey, what's the point now? The fight that you're going to lose later on, Michael Smith, is the one with your butthole. Because that's not going to come out nice.
Nobody wins that battle.
Exactly. And for that, Michael Smith has to be today's Morning One. All right, we're back on here. A couple things I want to show. I see Megan on the stream. You just went to Tucson Hellhounds yesterday, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, they got this fundraising event at Nana's Kitchen here soon.
Nana.
Yeah, Nana. Let's see. I'll show you. This is a little video clip.
Yeah, we spent all day yesterday. They were repairing all their armor, which is pretty cool to watch.
Are you trained up yet? Did you do any training?
I'm the media guy.
Okay.
I'm like, don't hurt me. I need my hands.
That's true. That's one way to protect yourself. I need my hands and my face. I edit with my nose. So you want to keep this pristine. You know what I mean? All right. This is a little clip promoting the Nana's Kitchen fundraiser event that they got going on. Check it out.
Chris and Sam from Tucson Hellhounds. We're getting ready to gear up for our Nationals event in Salt Lake City, August 1st and 2nd. We're trying to get the team prepared. We're working on some fundraising events here. We've got Nana's Kitchen up on Courtney Page on the northwest side of town.
If you like Mexican food, definitely go to Nana's.
Yes, they are helping us out Tuesday through Saturday next week. Part of your ticket, as long as you're telling me you're there for the Hellhounds, will come to us to help us fund travel expenses, lodging expenses, armor repair expenses, all kinds of things.
Why do we need armor repair?
Because you guys beat the living crud out of each other.
There you go.
Why do we do that?
It's fun. Why not?
Chris, why do you like hitting me with buttons?
Because I could do it without getting arrested.
This is not.
It's anger management at its finest.
There you go. So
it's true.
Yeah, super simple. Just go to Nana's, say you're there for the Tucson Hellhounds, eat, and then a portion of the proceeds will go to the Hellhounds, which is great. Nana's Kitchen is delicious as well. That's the place, the infamous place where when I was doing the show with Frank, he was talking about Nana's Kitchen, talking about the way that they made burritos was just revolutionary. And he's like, they're just like these, like the way they slice the potatoes, it's crazy. They're like thin sticks, and I'm like, listen to him, like, okay, yeah, I'll try this out. I've never heard that before.
Potato sticks, huh?
Yeah, potato sticks, huh?
Interesting.
I didn't put two and two together. And then when I went to drop him off one day, and then we're eating a burrito at his house. I'm looking, and I'm like, these sticks you refer to, you mean fucking French fries? Like, yeah. He was telling me like this was the invention of the color TV.
Yeah.
Like, it was
mind-blowing.
Revolutionary. And I'm like, these are just French fries, bro, and not even great French fries at that. I know Nana's is great, but I mean, it wasn't.
It's always going to remind you.
You could tell that they were like just like pre-bagged French fries,
right?
And, I'm like, come on,
this is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like, okay, dude.
Idiot. Oh shit! I guess there is sugar in watermelon. Damn.
Natural sugars.
Yeah, but the natural sugars don't.
Yeah,
help
all
in
fruit
the
has
weight
natural.
loss
Well, I
thing.
mean, it's better than it digests differently. It's actually more. It's not as bad as like straight to your gut.
Good. I'm gonna tell Svetlana that
Yeah.
you said it's okay for
I'll
me.
send you the literature.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Because she's on me right now. She's like, how you feeling? I was gonna have Svetlana with renewed medical health in studio today. She's a little nervous. She says she has no voice, but she wants like an outline of questions that I'll ask her. That's not my style, right? I like to sit down and then just feel the room and then go from there. which they call in journalism school lazy, right? But so what I'll do is I'll outline things and we'll get her scheduled to come in another day. Next week, we're going to have the motocross. What's the name of them?
On Any Moto.
In studio, doing tap out. We're going to be talking about that. And it's going to be the biggest tap out yet. What do we figure out the gift certificates are going to be for that?
$35 for the gift certificates.
There you go.
But, I mean, they actually have a lot of cool merch there, like shirts and mugs and all these different things, service parts.
Absolutely. So even if you don't ride, you can get some pretty cool like shirts or different kind of merch there. But if you do ride and you're looking to kind of upgrade, get some pieces, and you play tap out, then you can get yourself a pretty like sweet discount if you end up answering all 5 questions. So that's the latest, which is, the first client of Rico. Congratulations, Rico. Yeah.
No, the lady there is awesome. And she's like super well-versed in everything motorcycles, like to the point of like mind-blowing. So she'll be good to have. For anybody that rides or loves riding, and like she's really good with Ducatis and like all the different foreign brands and all that.
Does any of our streamers ride? Do any of you guys ride motorcycle at all? Or used to ride a motorcycle?
Where my badasses
Yeah. Is Manny on the stream? Manny looks like he rides. If you don't ride, man, then you got to trim up that beard, bro.
Right?
Yeah. Let's see. So, and it's good. Wear a helmet. You can buy a helmet. Even just to walk down the street. You never even know.
I brought mine back from Vietnam, dude.
Yeah.
My helmet. I'm like, I want this.
Oh, yeah. Now, Todd said his doctor was very cool with the fruit sugar thing. So good. All right. And yeah, Brian rides. So good. Brian, you could probably be our first contestant. And,
hell yeah.
Brian, judging by your profile pic, I kind of would have assumed you ride anyways a long time.
You see that kind of beard, you're like, yeah, any beard.
This guy rides. He's got the face of someone who rides. Like, yeah.
That guy's seen some a lot of roadage, a lot of crazy things.
Yes. All right. Let's see. As we get ready for our next segment, let's prepare for that. And as we do, we hit a lot this morning. I think we even did F My Life. We had a pretty good F My Life, especially the last one. So stick around for that last F My Life in case you missed it. One little something like this. Check it out.
Loving by your mom.
Awkward. It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupid.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of Your F My Life. These unfortunate situations emailed to me at beefvegan@kfma.com. Subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, give us a call 600-KFMA at 600-5362. And Rico and I will weigh in on your F My Life situation. If we agree your life is effed, we may hook you up with a pair of tickets for Ice 9 Kills, who are performing in August at the Mullet Arena up in Tempe. As we'll be giving away those tickets all week long. Are you ready, Rico?
Yes, sir.
All right. First email sent to me by Gabriella. She wrote, this weekend after my second date with an otherwise charming guy, he called me a whore for turning him down for sex. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the logic on that too. All right. F My Life. What do you say?
Yeah, that's just bad.
Yeah, dude.
What a jerk.
Right. And wrong. I mean, that's just the opposite. I mean, yeah, you're more like a saint.
Called her a hooah.
Yeah. He should have called you a nun because he got none. You know? All right. Next one sent to me by Candace. Candace said, my boyfriend refused to have his hair treated against lice because, quote unquote, men don't have lice.
Did men have Google?
No, men don't have Google either. They just have a head full of bugs and no Google.
I guess so.
Yeah. I guess after your life, I mean, tell him he looks great with a shaved head. And maybe that'll help you, right? All right, next email sent to me by Alana. She said, my boyfriend thought he gave me unimaginable pleasure. I didn't have the heart to tell him I had cramps in both my legs at the same time.
Oof.
That F My Life.
Yeah.
I know, I'm leading Big Baby too, dude. And the reason why I'm leading Big Baby is like, let him believe he got the win.
Right.
You know, I mean, if you
what's the harm in that?
Yeah, exactly. If you cramped up with me, I'd be like, yeah, did it again. The king's back. I don't even care at that point. She needs to hydrate now.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, let him feel like he got the dub. So I'll say Big Baby.
Big Baby. Yeah.
Okay, I convinced you. All right, 2 more left. Katie sent me this email, beefvegan@kfma.com. She said, after watching a few YouTube tutorials and thinking it looked easy, I decided to cut my own bangs. You ever gave yourself a haircut?
The old pandemic switcheroo? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
How'd that turn out?
It was okay. It wasn't that bad.
All right.
Not
Well,
as bad as that.
yeah, well, Katie messed up. She said halfway through, my scissors broke. Now I have uneven bangs and no way to fix them until I get to a salon.
Well, a big baby in that case.
In that situation, well, you were thinking F my life before that?
Kind of. I mean, it's just literally go fix it at a salon.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
And how the hell did you break those scissors? What the hell?
Right? You probably got thick ass bangs, but it's probably expensive to go to a salon as well. And if you cut your bangs too short, you can't put it in a ponytail. Kind of sucks, right? I don't know. You know what?
You're sympathizing hard.
Yeah, I'm trying to, but look, I'm a dude with short hair, so and it's like missing in places too. All right, final of my life for the day chooses to be anonymous, and maybe you'll understand why. He wrote, "Beef. I was at a pool party with my friends. I really had to pass gas, so I moved a bit from the group and let it rip. Instead of bubbles surfacing, a brown cloud of poo rose instead."
Oh.
Yeah. Talk about literal party pooper. F my life. What do you say, Rico?
Yes.
110%, dude. No, nothing worse than that.
Yes.
Yeah, just ruin a pool party right off the bat. Excellent F my life, though.
Congrats on the new nickname.
Yeah, and never being invited back to another pool party. Let's hit the reset. We got more coming up, including your keyword to go fly yourself to Iceland next on Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. All right.
Oh,
what is the name of this game here, Rico? So sad.
Are these lyrics Pantera?
I mean, that's the song right there.
Or are these lyrics
We're going to have to probably
But
do
who's
that.
Who would be the singer? That's a long title, but you
That-
get the
yeah,
point.
I mean, that's
Katy
not
Perry or Pantera lyrics?
Charlotte
at a party is,
well, you say
Beastie
Pantera
Boys
or
song.
Perry is pretty
all
good.
you
I
need
mean,
is
that's
a good,
alliteration.
type
Well, you know
and
what? We'll
maybe
iron
we're gonna
out
have
Party
to bring
Starter.
it.
Probably gonna have to bring that later on this week. All right, so he pretty much explained it. Okay, I'm gonna read you lyrics, and sometimes I'm going to simulate lyrics. Pantera's walk. Welcome back. You have to decide and tell me whether those are lyrics from Pantera or lyrics from Katy Perry. So this is where we separate the real from the fake. You know, you can say you're a Pantera fan, but if you think that Pantera sounds like Katy Perry, are you a Pantera fan? Kind of fart. Let's find out. But you guys ready? Brown liquid came up. All right, here we go. Let's start off with line one, Adam here. Life. You don't want to Pantera or Perry at all. Moving on, sing the same old song. Not for me, not for you. Am I talking on something?
No, double audio.
Technical difficulty. Okay, fine. Yeah, I fixed it. So anyways, yeah. All right, Justin, come on in. We got Justin Spears, ESPN Radio. And then Andrew. Yeah, Andrew, you could come in too, buddy. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, we are live on the air though. So let's get into our blackmail story of the day. Oh, we got blackmail story of the day. Everything's a segment, Rico.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything is cake or a segment.
Look, sit down in the seat, get comfortable. I don't know what you guys are doing here, but you're making me nervous here.
Like two mafia guys looking for money.
I gotta leave soon.
Then what are you what are you doing in the studio?
Because you texted me to come to the studio. Oh, I can't even say because we're on the air right now.
Yeah, we're on the air. They expect clean cut, baby face Justin Spears being a monster, right? Jesus, dude.
And he's gaslighting.
Look, dude, let me tell you a story. And this is, you're like a monk, right? Like people meet you, they assume that you're like clean cut and never have sex. But monks actually do like to get it on the DL. And there's a woman in Thailand who created such a scandal that it's rocked the entire country. At least 9 monks have been, quote unquote, disrobed, which is not what they did while having sex. It is a title of them basically not getting or having their monk title taken away from them. After it was learned that they slept with a seductress who extorted them for millions of dollars. Yes, this happened just recently. The 35-year-old
Monk's gone bad.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh. Well, this 35-year-old was a smoke show. Okay, and she's accused of luring monks and into breaking their celibacy vows and pressuring them to give up significant cash to keep the secret. The whole thing was simple. It was like a honeypot, right? You go up to a monk and be like, "Oh, how's the staining doing? That's great. You see these boobs?" Right. And then, oh no, you're starting to like cave to the abstinence. It's that easy. Jeez. I mean, how long can you go without caving to temptation? You're married.
I
so,
plead the fifth.
Yeah. You're married. So probably a lot longer. But single monks.
Monk mode.
I'm telling you.
Monk mode.
Spears is still mad. All right. And so anyways, she was arrested last week, charged with extortion, money laundering, and receiving stolen goods 5 phones allegedly belonging to her reportedly contain pictures and videos of her in action with the monks.
Whoa.
Yes.
Where are the monks getting this money?
For real, dude. I should be a monk.
That's a whole nother like thing.
All that beer, all the beer sales.
Do
Something.
monks? Wait, where are these monks from?
Thailand. It's
okay.
legit monks, not these like
Like
fake ass monks at a fish concert. These are real monks.
But they're Buddhist monks.
Yes, they're straight up
So
Buddhist
where the
monks.
hell are they getting this money from?
I know. They don't even care. But you know what? When you abstain from sex or dating at all, you save up a lot of money. So even if they make a little bit of money and you're not spending it on the opposite sex, you end up accumulating a lot. She knew this. And then as soon as the opposite sex comes into the picture, all that money's gone.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, those Birkenstocks aren't cheap.
Nope. Yeah. So some of these were even wearing their religious robes while getting it on with her. New fetish unlocked, dude. I mean, I bet you go to Pornhub and like
It's a new category.
Yeah. Monk sex is trending, dude.
Monk
Great.
POV.
End times. This is it.
Yes.
Is it the end times or is the world healing?
Maybe.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. And I'll show you a picture of her. So this is the woman in question, the monk effer, if you will. Right there. Yeah.
Monk effer.
Yeah, so she was the one. She was
I love that
enough
band.
temptation for almost a dozen monks to break their vow of celibacy and silence
Do you
to
think-
get super loud and not celibate.
Do you think one of her lines was, "Hey, I think you should go," and he goes, "Namaste."
Namaste.
All right, we're ending this segment right now.
Come on.
I know it wasn't that bad.
Come
actually.
on.
All right, you can join us on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan. There you'll hear Justice Spears curse at me.
He's going to full Pesci on you now.
Yeah, you're going full Pesci. Did you
I
talk?
don't blame him.
Okay. Well, did you talk about Shannon Sharp settling his case?
No, we did not talk about that.
Because I mean, so many people are like pro Sharp, right?
Unk.
Yeah,
Pro Unk.
Like he's a very charismatic dude. But
I like Shay Shay.
yeah, I mean, a lot of people like Club Shay Shay,
Yeah.
but where there's smoke, there's fire, and there's been a lot of smoke around this dude, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
So funny going back and watching the interview we had with what's his name, short comedian Cat Williams,
Yeah.
about all the stuff that he's literally getting into now.
I mean, they literally helped blow up our YouTube page. I mean, just that clip of him talking about Michael Jackson on Club Shay Shay has like 1 million views on our page. I'm exaggerating. It's probably 100,000. But yeah, he settled this $50 million rape settlement and, between Jane Doe. And they accuse a Sharp just straight up rape for pain and suffering, psychological and emotional distress, mental anguish, embarrassment, humiliation. How long has this been in the court system? Do you know? Like,
No idea.
Okay.
You're asking the wrong person about this. I just know that Shannon Sharp's involved in this case. They settled for what, $50 million or something like that?
Well, she sought $50 million.
And
So I
now
would
she's
assume-
retiring from OnlyFans. So if an OnlyFans girl is retiring from OnlyFans, she got a lot of money.
Yeah,
and
she
she's living
did.
on generational wealth right now.
What do you think? Okay, so if they're throwing out $50 million lawsuit, right? How much do you think they settled for? Half?
Enough to get her to retire.
What is Shannon Sharp's net worth? Can you Google that?
He's millions.
Yeah,
and
It's
him,
at least 10.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has the
Before or
NFL
after?
money, and then now he has the
Yeah,
media
before or
money
after.
with, ESPN.
Yeah.
He was doing First Take, and of course, Club Shay Shay. He's probably making bank off
Says he
that.
paid $15 million to settle.
Oh,
Possibly.
okay, that's what they're
Possibly.
saying. Possibly.
Damn.
That makes sense.
That's a lot of money.
15. So
They were
basically, the
seeking
lawyer.
$50 million.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
So the lawyer was like, "Yeah, we want $50 million," and then Shannon Sharp's lawyer was like, "You say 15?" And they're
I
like,
said
"No, we want
15.
$50 million." Well, I hear 15. You got 15?
Mhm.
No, I want $50 million. 15?
15,
Yeah, you
okay.
got it. All right, yeah. We'll just write you a check
Cool.
for 15.
Did he say what?
He did say it's a quote unquote shakedown. When all of this first started, he said this is a shakedown created by Tony Busby, the lawyer who has clients that are well known of accusing people of sexual assault.
Well,
One
then
of those guys being Jay-Z.
you don't negotiate with. I mean, honestly, I'm reading this tweet from Busby. Speaking of which, but if you don't negotiate with terrorists first and foremost, and if it starts off with that, he settles with Busby, and he knows that there's going to be more coming. You can't just keep settling every single time. If you're 100% innocent, and you know this guy is basically a con artist who's going to be continuing to come after you, then you got to stand your ground and be like, let's go to court then. right? And protest the innocence. The problem is it's Shannon Sharp's like his taste in women is part of the issue. He's dating like high risk women that, you know, like are like young and
Only fangirls.
Yeah, dude. And it's like, dude, you're a
50.
mark. You're a mark, dude.
It was Bill Belichick's friend.
Yeah, you're a walking paycheck for these women. So yeah, they could lie, but at the same time, you're showing your freak flag too. And if you get too freaky and you're a man of stature of like 6 foot, 6, the guy's probably packing 14 inches. So anything gentle is still abrasive. You know what I mean?
My man's a tripod.
Yeah, exactly. Even when he's just like, no, baby, I spit on it. It's still going to hurt, bro. It's still going to hurt. So you got to get yourself in a situation.
That's going to be my Halloween costume.
What? Shannon Sharp stick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a law, like
you're
going to
have to be on stilts, dude. Yeah.
And carry a briefcase of $15 million.
Yeah.
Glasses on it.
15 million was rough.
Bottle
Did you
of
figure
Mountain
out
Dew.
what his net worth was?
It didn't say.
I
couldn't
guarantee
find
you
it.
it's probably around.
But he said they had to
100
sell. He had to sell part of his podcast company to cover the cost, which is pretty much a shame.
Yeah.
Probably hurt.
Well, I mean, eventually, like I said, you can't keep having these allegations and these lawsuits against you and continue to, build stock in public perception.
I would say, be a monk to avoid all that, but no longer. There's nobody's safe anymore.
No,
that is a crazy resume point, though. 12 monks.
Yeah,
that's
one for every month of the year.
Yeah,
you know,
you make a calendar.
I know, and I mean, she probably has an OnlyFans too. You know, call it monkspunk.com.
Yeah,
jeez.
I'm gonna start.
What? That's a brand, dude.
That's start a brand company. Yeah, a porn company called 12 Monks. A whiskey company or a porn company.
Yeah.
12 Monks.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
12 monks.
Yeah,
goes
you
down
didn't like
smooth.
monk spunk though? It rhymed.
Monk spunk.
Yeah.
My God.
Every video ends with the monk spunk shot. Yeah. We're an adult show here. This is why you didn't want to come
Does
in.
it have a catchy jingle too?
The Ohm show, the Ohm face.
Give her the Ohm face.
Yeah.
Monkspunk.com.
Oh, God. Brilliant.
Yeah, and thanks for that, Jeff. So that one was funny. I knew if we just kept swinging away.
Oh yeah,
make contact with one of
Rapid
those bad
fire.
boys.
Yeah.
Someone said, ask me about the house explosion at Rita Ranch.
Oh yeah.
Is that Manny? Is Manny on the stream? So we talked about this on Friday. The house explosion. Are you live in Rita Ranch?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was
how close?
nosy and I decided to go look around.
Okay.
Did you
Yeah.
actually hear it?
I didn't hear it.
Oh, okay.
So
but-
Manny, our streamer, listener number 1, he lives like a block away, and so he was sitting with his entire family.
Whoa.
And he also served in the military. He's like, I felt the concussion before I heard the boom. So it was that much of like that big of an explosion where you're like, what's that? And then all of a sudden, what the fuck was that? Right? It was a double banger. And so he immediately went over to the house to check things out to make sure everything was good. So what did you find during your sleuthing?
Yeah. So I was out and about in town when I got the notification. It was like house explosion at Rita Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh no.
No,
My house!
leave my stuff
Yeah. Well, no, because the day before I turned on the barbecue and I was grilling. So I'm like, my propane tank, is it still on? Like, what is going on right now? And so
the worst fear.
I went and I looked more into it. I saw the address and I was like, oh, okay. So it's not my house. Whew. Okay. But still, a house explosion at Rita Ranch.
For real.
So I decided, I'm going to go snoop around and see what's up. And
out there vacuuming the sidewalk.
Listen, I don't condone this. Please don't ever do that. But my entitled ass was like, yeah, I'm going to go through the police tape. I'm going to go right past it.
Oh, man.
They're not going to say, I mean, they didn't say anything to me. I'm like, hey.
Were the police there?
The police was not there.
Okay.
They were not there.
Yeah.
But I did see like.
You didn't do it in front of cops.
No.
Like, fuck your tape.
Yes, exactly.
Smoking a cigar, you just walk through.
Cup of coffee.
Screw you guys.
Yeah.
There was like the TEP guys, the Southwest Gas people. There were some Tucson Fire Department people there as well. They brought out the bulldozers and they were, bringing out all the stuff on the street and cleaning it up. And I walked right through and I'm watching the people clean up this mess. And I don't think it was a gas leak. I think it was something else.
Okay. What do you think it was?
Because there was, after talking to some people, they were saying like there was no like gassy smell or anything like that. And if it was a gas leak, it probably would have affected more houses. It really only affected, obviously, the house that exploded and then the next door neighbor.
Yeah, the next door neighbor's house got wrecked, right? They can't stay in their house for a while.
Yeah, they got to be misplaced for a couple months or whenever it gets fixed.
Yeah.
So the fact that it only affected that house, they have some questions. I'm not going to sit here and speculate what it was, because you just never know. But I will say, I immediately started thinking about the Breaking Bad theme song.
Yeah. So Meth Lab was my first go-to as well. But obviously we're tainted. We watch a lot of TV and stuff, and you're just like, it's obviously a science teacher who's cooking meth on the side and Rita Ranch. That's where meth cooks would usually lay up. Rita Ranch and some sort of lab exploded. Especially with the Tucson Gas Company quickly saying, "Hey, there wasn't any leak in that area."
Right.
They were almost kind of stepping away from any kind of fault. Don't come at us, bro.
We're good.
Yeah. But I'll see if I can throw out the phone number and we can have listeners speculate what they think it was. And that way we don't have to be the ones speculating, right? So if you have an idea. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Now, Justin Spears actually lives in Rita Ranch, and that's where that house exploded last week. We talked about it a little bit on our show open. The mystery still continues as, Tucson police and Tucson Gas and TEP, they're all investigating what may be the reason for this house exploding. And it originated in a garage, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, and if you don't know, so basically this house just went to smithereens. We've had our OG streamer, Manny, let us know that he lived in the area. He felt the concussion of the blast before he heard the blast. So it was one of those things that kind of gave him PTSD. He's like, I know that feeling. And then he heard the explosion. So we want to ask you if you guys heard anything, our street reporters, or have any idea what you think caused this. 600 KFMA, 600-5362. Because Spears is playing it safe. He doesn't want to speculate, because he's part of the neighborhood association. But we're open ears.
You're not giving away
any and all
tickets for the best
speculation.
answer?
No. I don't have.
Most creative answer.
Yeah. Why, you have a good answer?
A couple, but they're not radio friendly.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. That's part of the job description. What's the censored version of that? I mean, Meth Lab is the go-to, right? Yeah. But this guy doesn't seem like he's a Meth Lab guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He pretty much seems like he's not a retiree, right? What do you know about your neighbors?
About what? The
homeowner.
House?
Yeah.
Nothing.
See, I thought this was also maybe it was kind of like an exit of sorts, right? You're just like, I'm out. But nobody was hurt in this situation.
No.
Not even the animals, which is good news. That's a silver lining. There was definitely family affected by this, with the house next door being damaged big time. But nobody across the street or nothing. Now, you went there and you investigated on the scene.
And that guy was so mad, the neighbor. Sitting there across the street with his dogs. Man, he was so mad. I felt for him.
Why was he so mad? Just because he's just like, there goes my property value?
Well, because he said he lived there since the late 90s. Like, he bought the house brand new.
Okay.
He's lived there ever since then. He's lived there for decades. And just randomly, like, he's in his house. Like, I'm assuming he's retired because he's a little bit older.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I'm just in my house. And all of a sudden, poof. And he actually helped the guy that the neighbor, his neighbor, that where the house exploded. He helped him get his dogs over the wall.
Nice.
While the house is on fire. So,
that's good. Local hero story.
The neighbor was definitely a rock star in this, but man, I feel for him for being upset.
Well, I don't feel for him for being upset. There's no reason to be upset, dude. It wasn't your house. And it seems like he's upset because he got somehow affected by this, right?
He's probably in the middle of watching Severance season 1 or something. And just got really mad.
I don't watch it, so I didn't get the reference. But why would he be upset? Did his house get damaged at all?
Well, because now he's got to go live somewhere else for months.
This was the neighbor
the neighbor right next door.
So.
You said across the street.
Yeah, so he was sitting across the street because his house is all freaking messed up.
I guess that checks out.
Okay, yeah, but at the same time, that's insurance payoff. You would think there's, if they don't have homeowners insurance, and maybe the house that blew up would be liable for that.
Probably, yeah.
That's something we got to talk to Miss DUI about. Even though she just covers DUIs, but she's a lawyer.
I'll ask her.
Yeah. You're rapping with her today, right?
I went on Friday to go meet up with her. I'm like, hey, what do you know about house explosions? She's like, I don't know. Were they drinking and driving inside the house?
Right. Yeah. Well, all
Asking
right.
for a friend.
Right.
Yeah. So we're all speculating a lot. So let's keep the conversation moving on podcast broadcasts. We have your beef tip coming up after these words, but there's an Arizona legend. His brother is in trouble because he drove into, I think, a bank or something. We'll talk about Pat Tillman's brother and his run-in with the law on the podcast broadcast stream. You can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. Yeah.
Speaking of cops, I had a situation at the bar on Friday or Saturday. Well, no, it was kind of freaky because it's like, midnight or so, like, crazy hour. And I'm downstairs, kind of checking IDs. And this like lady cop comes down the stairs and the two guys in front are like, dude, that cop is so hot.
Oh,
it was a hottie cop.
Okay, hot cop.
It was like just funny because she hears it all the time, and she's probably like, God damn.
Yeah, that little Wayne song starts playing.
Hottie cop. But she's asking questions about like, did somebody get punched? And like, there's a report about some guy getting attacked outside the bar. I'm like, I haven't heard a damn thing. You're more than welcome to come take a look. But the whole time I was like, you want to walk around more? We got a lot of really good food here.
Hey, partner, right? Yes.
What are you doing later? Time to get off. Time's your beat over.
I'm training to be a cop too, and
This is like literally a nothing burger, but I was just flirting the whole time. What's up, baby?
With those pants. Handcuffs? I mean, look, it's fair because women
I got some handcuffs at home.
Yeah, women have been like thirsting after male cops for generations, right? Any man in a uniform. So it's only fair that, the roles get reversed, with these. Yeah. And with those pants, it accentuates the butt. Did you check out female cop's butt?
Oh, yeah. It was a 9 out of 10.
Was it 9 out of 10?
It was Brazilian, a cop butt.
Was it a Brazilian cop?
No, it was like a black lady, but she was fine.
Okay.
Butt.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
It was a good butt.
Oh, yeah.
No, butt. You're asking. I'm telling.
Everything you're saying is like, yeah, I believe you.
I will put barbecue sauce on that and go to town.
Okay, we get it.
You sound like the guy from Anchorman. Is it the sports guy?
Woo! Yeah.
Champ.
Yeah, you're champing so hard right now.
Respect.
Put some barbecue sauce on that.
Ooh. You got to calm down. I want you getting monk spunk all over the place.
Monk spunk.
Call back. All right. So Pat Tillman's brother, you didn't hear about this, Justin?
No, man.
Now, this is kind of a sad story. It's just breaking. But yeah, he's going to be charged with driving into a San Jose post office. And this just happened on Sunday, I think. So yesterday, early Sunday morning. And it triggered an explosion that caused the post office to go up in flames. And authorities believe that Tillman drove into the post office intentionally, as he's been booked in jail on numerous charges. And that's where it's at right now, So for whatever reason, he had a grudge against the post office and said, fuck you, I'm driving into you and to blow you up.
Wow.
Who could be mad at the post office these days? I mean, everything's Amazon.
Yeah. True.
Like
it's almost like a novelty to go there just for fun.
Yeah. Like,
it still exists.
I'm not getting my electricity bill, which I can check online. There's no purpose of that. Like, where's my coupons?
Yeah.
So
charging too much for stamps.
I know. Yeah.
It is kind of sad on that though. But Pat Tillman, you know a lot about Pat Tillman's life and legacy. Yeah. Well, what did you like most about the story of Pat Tillman? I mean, you're so young, so you're probably getting told about this even just in grade school.
Well, the fact that Pat Tillman was a guy who was playing in the NFL and then decided to go to war, right? This isn't just a guy that was completely out of football and then went to war.
He was still great.
He was still playing in the NFL when he went to the Iraq War.
And kind of Pro Bowl level. I mean, he was a consistent player he was a solid player for the Cardinals at that time.
100%.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, he's a hero, man. He's an Arizona legend. And I mean, the fact that he went to war, lost his life,
to allegedly friendly fire.
That still makes me mad.
Yeah.
There's a conspiracy theory all around that. And that is he went there for the purpose of, we all were signing up for war at that time because we were like, oh no, this is, these evil tyrants coming in and cause 9/11 and all this death, we're going to fuck them up.
It's like, oh, weird, all these poppy fields and
right.
strange.
Then they go there and be like, wait a second, this is not what I'm being told. Like I'm doing something completely different than what's being sold to the general public. And he realized that within, and he was going to be a very outspoken opponent to the war and being somebody who basically signed up and gave up a lucrative multi-million-dollar career to fight for the country, to speak against it would have been super bad.
Wow.
Yeah. Did you not hear any of this stuff? Know about this stuff?
No.
Yeah, he became jaded pretty quick.
Yeah.
After going
And so the friendly fire, allegedly wasn't like, ricochet or nothing like that, but potentially intentional.
Yeah.
Like he was assassinated.
Wow.
And that's another sad thing. I know it sucks.
The tinfoil hats are on.
Yes. I'm like, we got to introduce you to the dark web, brother. There's some things on there.
Listen out, man. There's a lot of cool stuff on there.
Yeah.
Okay, so the driver story reminded me, was there another one in LA that happened with the guy driving into a building and then the people, like pedestrians, came out and started dragging him out?
No, that's a very LA thing. No.
Yeah, I randomly came across yesterday. Some guy got mad. I don't know if it was like the DMV or something.
So it was like a road rage
thing where he like drove the car into the building and pedestrians are out there like, oh, hell no, we're not doing a Louisiana. We're going to just pull him out. Some guy shot him across the street, just pulled out a gat and killed the guy.
You don't have to
yeah.
Don't be driving into places in South Tucson either.
Right?
You know?
Yeah.
That'll happen.
Not a good idea.
Yeah. All right, we're going to be back on about 24 seconds. What are you covering this week on sports?
The Open.
Okay,
big golf tournament with Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah, Scotty Scheffler's that big of a deal, huh?
Yeah, he's big time.
Yeah.
Here, well, we could touch on that for like a minute, and then we'll get into a beef tip. The beef tip's how to get your campfire smell out of your clothes.
He's the guy that was like an upset win? Like he was kind
you
of
look like you camp.
No,
you look like you live in the woods. Come on.
He was like the up-and-comer, the guy that used to like be...
Rock 102.1, KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. You're asking about golfers real quick, Rico?
Yeah, I just heard a story about the guy that was like a sensation because he kind of came from nothing recently.
Well, that's
a Spears question.
It's not a common story in golf. In fact, you actually have to probably come from something because it's a very expensive sport. We had a championship open. What was the golf tournament that happened this weekend?
It was just called the Open.
Oh, just the Open.
Yeah, it's called the British Open too, but they played in Ireland. They played it in multiple places, but it's called the Open.
All right, well, we got a winner here, and this is the audio from that.
And Scotty Scheffler has his Open Championship and the third leg of golf's Grand Slam.
Very exciting. Scotty Scheffler, though, he's a big deal, is he not?
Yes, he is the #1 player in the world right now. He just added another major championship. It's so funny, between the first and the fourth major championship, it took 1,197 days for Tiger Woods to accomplish that feat. The same exact amount for Scotty Scheffler. From
same
first
exact.
to fourth, exact same amount of days.
Okay.
So Scotty Scheffler, he's got ways to go to catch Tiger Woods, but he's certainly well on his way. And the next one to complete the Grand Slam of majors is the U.S. Open. And the U.S. Open next year, that final day is on his 30th birthday. So look out for Scotty Scheffler. I mean, this guy's the #1 player in the world. He is the real deal, Holyfield.
That good, huh?
Yeah. But he's a super boring guy. Like, and so, I mean, he's kind of like the Tim Duncan of golf. He doesn't have the aura of Tiger Woods, but
he's no John Daly.
The dude just goes out and wins. That's all he does is just win, and he dominates.
Let's be clear though. In defense of Scotty Scheffler, it's not like Tiger Woods had like massive personality about him. He was super nerdy and super kind of like square too. He was just the first of his kind because he was so groundbreaking and having a man of color go into a sport that was basically gate kept.
Yeah, but Tiger was also fist pumping and just doing so much on the course.
That's true.
Where Scotty is just like
takes off his cap.
Yeah. Like, come on, nerd, get into it. Give me a little pelvic thrust or something, huh? Yeah. The Scheffler shuffle. I want something. Yeah.
Well, that's another thing too. Is Scotty's got this weird slide whenever he hits the ball, his feet slide. So it's kind of an unorthodox swing.
Yeah.
But it works.
Yeah,
it works.
Doing the Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, which is coming out here soon too, and we'll be more excited about that.
Can't wait.
All right, let's get into a beef tip before we wrap things up. I love that Justin Spears and Andrew from Spears and Ali joined us here. Tomorrow morning, of course, Rico and I will be joined by Mari, and we'll do another 5-star review and give away tickets for Pantera and Ice Nine Kills. But if you go camping this summer, and you know the most annoying thing about camping is getting that campfire smell out of your clothes, right? I hate white rabbits or whatever the term is. I keep looking at Andrew, but it looks like he's never camped in his life.
I've camped.
All right.
I haven't camped in a while.
All right. Well, so here's 5 tips to get rid of that strong smell. All right. Air out your clothes. You got to hang them out in a breezy place. Wash in warm water. Use baking soda. Try activated charcoal or just man up and wear a sweater, all right? And stay away from that fire altogether. You could toast your s'mores on a lighter. I use Zippo.
Your beef tip is to do laundry?
That's why
cool story, man.
I know.
Or Axe body spray.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
They say try lemon juice, but yeah. No, just do
Lemon juice.
laundry.
I'm throwing that
In order to
away.
get the smell out of your clothes, just wash them.
Yeah, you know.
All right.
There's this machine spins them around, gets them wet.
Not how beef tips are equal in magnitude. So swing and a miss on that one. But thank you guys for listening anyways. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan. Till then, Robin Nash is up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and rock local. Later. Yeah, do laundry. That's a good one.
On a side of beef, soon will come and
Really gets it out.
your
Doesn't have a
grief.
mildewy smell.
But if you've been mean or kind to
All right, tune in
dad,
tomorrow
I
for
will knock
beef
out
tip on how to
all
get
your
those skid marks out of your
teeth.
drawers, huh?